There were these two Chinese live streamers, two guys sitting next to each other. Let's call him
Sitting.
what? Sitting in a hot tub. They might kiss. Is that how it goes? Guy one, guy two. And in China, you can ask to join a live for a small fee, of course, if you donate, of course. So in the chat, there's this woman who calls and donates a supercar. Not an actual supercar. I think it's like a few $100s. It's a supercar badge. She donates a supercar and she gets to join in, and suddenly her voice is being heard on the live stream. She says, listen, I need to ask you for a favor. And the guys, they just received $100, $200. They're like, yeah, of course. What can I help you with? I need you guys to help me make a phone call. To who? An ex-boyfriend of mine.
我可以拜托你一件事吗？
可以啊，什么事儿你说？
我想让你帮我打一个电话，
打给谁呀？
前男友。
An ex-boyfriend of mine. Whoa, wait a second. If this is an ex-boyfriend, why do you want us to make the call? I'm sure you have his phone number. You know that's not the right thing to do. And she explains, well, I've been with him for 3 years. We just broke up recently, and I heard yesterday that he got engaged to another girl.
Damn.
Suddenly, the live streamers hit that music button. Sad music, okay? So you want me to call him. The purpose being, I want to be with him. But I'm just too shy. I'm just embarrassed to call him myself. The guys are freaking out, okay? The guys are looking at each other like this is about to blow up our live stream account. But they remain calm. Oh my God. And he's already engaged? Is this even okay? Are you just trying to find out if he still likes you? Yeah, I just want to know if he still likes me. Oh my goodness. Okay, I will risk my life to make this phone call for you. I will not let your supercar donation go to waste, ma'am. Okay, I'm gonna do this for you. And she explains to everybody she gifted me a supercar, so give me the phone number, private DM me. He doesn't have any other girlfriend with the same last name as you, right, Lou? Because that's how I'm gonna address you in this phone call. And she responds, I'm his only ex-girlfriend. Everyone's like, okay, game over.
他没有别的前女友姓刘了吧？
我是他唯一的前女友。
This is going to be the most successful phone call. She sends him the phone number. Her phone number, by the way, ends with like 3 9s. And the live streamers make it a point to say you must have a lot of financial resources. Because I guess it's like you pay for it in China to get the same number in your phone number.
You pick like a number. And
Yes.
then sometimes it's like car license plate.
Yeah, and then you got to pay for it.
Yeah.
So he calls the ex-boyfriend, Mr. C. Hello? It's on speakerphone, so the whole live stream is listening to this phone call. Hi, is this Mr. C? Who is this? I'm a live streamer. In my live chat, there's a girl that said that she's your ex-girlfriend, last name Liu, wants me to send a message to you. Do you want to listen? Sure. Your ex-girlfriend is Liu, right? Right? He confirms 3 times, and the guy on the phone is like, yes, that's my ex-girlfriend. And she's been with you for 3 years. In those 3 years, every bit of your relationship has been burned, just incinerated deep into her heart. She heard that you're getting engaged to another girl, and her heart has shattered to 1,000 pieces on the ground, and she doesn't even know how to start picking them up, and she doesn't want to let you go, but she doesn't know how to say that to you. Yeah, I know.
He said, I know.
Yeah, so the live streamers hit it with a, can I ask you a question? Sure, ask away. Are you engaged right now? Not yet. The live streamer looks a little bit confused, but that's okay. Maybe, word of mouth got a little bit twisted along the way. So in your heart, you're still thinking about your ex-girlfriend, Lou? Would you ever go back to her?
那你心里还有你的前女友吗？你还会和她复合吗？
There's a moment of silence. Everyone on the live stream chat is holding their breath and they're pausing. And Mr. C on the phone says, yes, Yes, I would.
Damn.
And there's romantic music filling the chat. There's sighs of relief from the live streamer. Oh yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the call. Thank you for your answer. I am here wishing you happiness, and I'm gonna go now. They turn off. He turns to the camera. Miss Lou, I believe you heard your ex-boyfriend. What do you think? What do you think? Did we do a good job? Did we do a good job? Him and his live stream buddy are like shaking in their boots. Are you happy? Are you gonna send me another supercar donation? And she's very quiet. It's a long pause. And then her voice comes onto the screen. Actually, I'm not his ex-girlfriend.
What?
What did you just say?
怎么样，伟子丝干得漂亮不？开不开心？是不是该赏我点？
其实我不是他前女友，我是他已经订婚的现女友。现在你帮我看清了他，我不会和他结婚了。
I'm his current fiance that just got engaged to him. The two live streamers, they're like holding each other. Their nostrils are flaying. They look like they've seen a ghost in the chat. They don't even know how to respond. And she continues. This is her villain origin
this
story.
Is like she played
Monopoly and everybody was playing checkers. Yeah.
That's crazy. Wait,
Yeah.
So he is engaged?
Yes. And she's the fiance. But I guess the fiance probably felt like he's not over his ex-girlfriend yet.
Oh my God. So the moment that they say, oh, I'm calling you on your ex-girlfriend's behalf, are you engaged?
Yes, he said not yet. But that's a lie.
That is crazy.
And so she tells the chat, thank you for helping me realize what type of person he is. I'm not going to marry him anymore. And the live streamers are screaming, what did she do to us? What did she just do to us? Why did you make us do this? Please, nobody come to us for this type of stuff in the future. That's not what we're here to do. Please, what's happening to me?
太狗血了，这事儿别找我。
But also at the same time, though,
Yes.
this phone call was problematic from the get-go, right?
Yes.
Because she said that, oh, he's engaged, but can I still like reach out? And they did it.
They did. I think it's actually more problematic from the get-go.
Yeah. Like,
That's so true.
so if the dude's like, no, I'm not going to get back to my ex.
Yeah.
Well, that's, yeah,
Exactly.
that's right. But,
But then he wouldn't get another supercar donation. But in this, he's probably still not going to get another supercar donation. This is what I like to call when you get more than what you paid for, which this never really happens unless it's this moment. It's kind of crazy. It's a pain that cannot be described. One netizen comments, good news, neither girl wants him. Bad news, he's entering the dating market again. And everyone is just hypothesizing what's going to happen when he calls his ex-girlfriend back, thinking that she called these live streamers, and she's like, why the f*** are you bothering me? And then he's like, okay, you know what?
Oh my God, that's good.
Yeah, and
Imagine she breaks up with him and he goes straight back to the ex.
Yes.
And the ex goes, what the f*** are you talking about?
Yeah. It's going to be absolutely delicious. So the moral of today's story, before we even get started, is some men just aren't shit. I gotta drink some water. It is the holidays, you guys, which means people are moving all over the world. They're traveling all over the world, seeing family, going on vacation, staying at hotels. And whatever you do this holiday season, ExpressVPN is going to make sure that hackers cannot get into your data. If you use free airport Wi-Fi or coffee shop Wi-Fi, hackers on the same unencrypted Wi-Fi network can easily steal your personal information. And it's not gonna be like a stereotypical hacker hacking into the mainframe who sticks out like a sore thumb, because nowadays, anyone who knows how to use a computer and wants to gain access can make it happen. And the worst part is, you won't even know. That airport crush that you see and you hope is gonna be on the same flight as you, he could just be a hacker, which is why you need ExpressVPN this holiday season. ExpressVPN uses best-in-class encryption that creates an almost impenetrable bubble around your online activities. You become almost untouchable. And even if you're staying home with reliable, secure home Wi-Fi, ExpressVPN's benefits don't just stop at helping to protect your data. With ExpressVPN, ExpressVPN, you can travel the world from your couch. ExpressVPN makes it possible to change your online location to 105 different countries, and this grants you access to thousands of new shows, which you're gonna want this holiday season. Personally, during the holidays, I love to put the Elf movie in the background, just a low volume while the night is winding down and the Christmas tree is all lit up. But the Elf movie is not available in the United States, but it is available in Spain in the Netflix catalog. And thankfully with ExpressVPN, I can just change my location from the United States to Spain and boom, I get access to all the titles available on Spain Netflix that are not available on the US Netflix. ExpressVPN gives you even more than your money's worth. With one subscription, you can connect up to 8 devices. Your laptop, your desktop, your cell phone, your child's sticky iPad. ExpressVPN only invests in premium servers, meaning ExpressVPN is consistently faster than any other VPN provider. It's also physically impossible for these VPN servers to store logs of any of their customers. Find out how you can get 3 months free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or by going to expressvpn.com/bis. That's expressvpn.com/BISS. And thank you ExpressVPN for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into it. A video goes viral on Chinese social media, and I'm like, what could this video possibly be about? At first glance,
Another video.
So many videos, a completely different video goes viral in China. I am just keeping up with all of these videos in China. There's a plethora. It's a behemoth to get through. Every day there's a new one that has me thinking, that has me going, what the fork did I just watch? It's kind of crazy. This one starts off pretty tame, I will say. A woman, she looks perhaps to be in her early 30s. Let's call her Wendy. Wendy and her friend, Wendy and Wendy's friend, walk into a Louis Vuitton store in China. Wendy's carrying a Louis Vuitton bag. This is important later. Wendy sits down on one of the chairs in front of a sales associate, a female sales associate, and let's call this young woman Jessica. Wendy reaches into her bag, pulls out 2 passports, which I thought was weird. I don't know.
She has 2 passports?
Yeah, maybe she's trying to buy some passport covers and she's like, what if they're different sizes? I need to try them on first, right? She whips out 2 passports and she's showing them to the young female sales associate, Jessica. First of all, we are legally married. And that's when I said, what the am I watching? what am I watching? What is happening? First of all, I didn't even know you could film inside of a Louis Vuitton store like this. She's tapping on
you're not allowed to film in there.
She's tapping on the passports, opening them up, showing the pictures, which you would have to pay me, I think, $3,000 to make me show you my passport photo. But she's doing this willingly, for free. She's showing the sales associate.
Because in China, the passport photos, you can
edit them?
Not just edit. Yeah, there's stores you go there just to take passport photos, any official.
Too.
Yes, and they touch up and they do the background, unlike here. Here it's they go ready, and then it's a mugshot. But in China, they make it look really nice.
See, I can't live like that because even here, when I get my driver's license photo, I do a full face of makeup. When I travel, I have no makeup, and I'm always scared that I'm gonna get that one person that's gonna go.
Okay, I don't think. Honey,
put on your mask.
You look exactly the same.
Stop.
What are you talking about?
Stop it. Stop it.
That's crazy.
Stop it. He said that's crazy. This is him at the airport. Honey? I'm right next to you.
Next time, hold your passport up so I can see you.
So she's holding up the photos. I told you, we are legally married. That's the first thing. The second thing is I typed out all of your little chat records. You have to be responsible for yourself. The female sales associate, Jessica, she's got bright lipstick on. She's staring at her phone and telling Wendy, listen, I told you I can apologize, but I really did not meet up with him that many times. There really is no problem. So now I'm putting 2 and 2 together.
Damn.
Are you putting 2 and 2 together?
This is about to go down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Neither of us have any clue what's going on. No, just kidding. So then she says, oh yeah, Jessica, if there really is no problem, then why do you call somebody daddy? Huh? Why do you call somebody daddy?
没有任何问题，那你好贱哦！没有任何问题，就要管人叫爸爸。
Now Jessica's coworkers, the other sales associates at Louis Vuitton, are whipping their head. They're getting whiplash. Their necks are about to break. Who did she call daddy? You booked a room without any problems and waited for him to show up. I didn't book the room in advance, okay? The room numbers are already there. You already booked the room. I saw the chat. If you have any problems, ma'am, we can talk outside. No, why should I talk about it outside? Eventually, they do go outside. The sales associate, Jessica, she walks out of the store. The manager walks over. I mean, pretty much every single employee of that Louis Vuitton is outside. I don't even think they're outside trying to diffuse the situation. Listen, I would be outside because this is the best thing that's ever happened at work. Like, you want to know what the f***'s going on. I'd be outside like, no, you're right. I'm keeping guard, making sure no customers are in distress. What did she just say? Yeah, that's what I would be doing, okay? And the woman, Wendy, the wife, is telling the manager, your staff here are so fantastic. You've got the best employees seducing other people's husbands and calling them daddy.
Damn.
真的，你们员工蛮厉害的，勾引别人老公，知道吗？然后管人家叫爸爸。
They're in the video, okay? There is this woman. This is in an indoor mall. There's people walking around. There's this woman with a stroller, little baby, tiny baby. I don't know how old because I don't have a baby. And that's the thing that I realized with people who don't have babies. They have a hard time telling how old babies are. I think every baby is either 2 years old or 12 years old. This baby looks, I can't tell you. It's like 2 years old, maybe. I don't know.
Is it in a stroller or what?
Yeah, it's a stroller. So it's not like a baby stroller.
It's like those little chairs.
Yeah, matter of fact, that baby looks like it could walk. So I don't know why it's in a stroller. I'm just kidding. Okay, so this mom is walking around with the stroller. She stops. Here's daddy. She does a 180 turn. And now she and her baby are facing the drama. And they're just in the background of most of the video. They're listening to this whole thing. So Wendy's friend is filming all of this, okay? Wendy, she's got a 5-finger grip around Jessica's collar.
So why does Wendy brought their passport here?
Side note, those are not their passports. They're like a marriage certificate, okay? So she brought those. And Wendy got her friend as backup. But her backup friend...
Oh, yeah. So in China, when you get married, you get like a little passport-looking booklet to show that you're married. And then the photo is like 2 people in the red background. You've seen those?
No.
You haven't seen those?
No.
Come on. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take one with you later. So it's like 2 people in the red background. That's the marriage certificate. It's like a passport.
Why does it look like a passport? Are you getting visas into other countries?
No, it's just make it official. Like that's the certificate. It looks like a passport, but it's a wedding certificate.
This is always what happens when someone brings up random things, okay? Now I'm like, where's our marriage certificate? And I'm like going through our document files. I'm like, wait, where did I put it? Oh my God, what happens if I lose? Anyway, the anxiousness needs to go away. So Wendy, her friend is filming, and Wendy got that 5-finger grip around Jessica's collar. Her Louis Vuitton uniform, all black outfit, looks pretty good, honestly, but she's gripping her collar so that Jessica cannot walk away. And the managers are trying to pry the fingers off of Jessica's collar, but she's not giving up. She's grabbing her by the throat, the esophagus. Jessica is telling Wendy to go take it out on your husband and not me. She's saying, this is his problem. You should go find him. She says, I'm divorcing him tomorrow, but you have problems too. I never really had anything to do with him, okay? Oh yeah? Is that so? Oh, there's nothing between us, okay? Why don't you get it? Then why would you send him these messages? He was messaging me first. Then what was he doing at your house? The whole time, Wendy is pretty aggressive. She's just gripping her, yelling at her. Some netizens feel like it's a little much, especially by this point in the video, because we don't truly know what's going on. I mean, we kind of do, but we don't know how serious it is. Did Jessica just casually hook up with a guy that she met at work, and here comes his wife that she didn't even know existed, gripping her by the throat? All the managers, all the coworkers are outside. They're trying to calm her down, and Wendy starts screaming at all of the mall pedestrians, screaming at them. This LV sales associate will f*** your husband.
Oh, shit. That is crazy.
Oh my God, I gotta go to the mall some more because I would be so excited to see this happen.
Would you stop?
I would stop. Are you kidding?
Really?
I would stop. You wouldn't stop?
No, I feel like, no.
This is why guys can't tell you good stories. He comes home from a day of adventures. I'm like, what happened out there? He's like, I don't know. 2 weeks later, he casually is like, oh, you know that person? Yeah, you know them? Divorced. divorce like 3 years, really messy. I'm like, why didn't you tell me the day that you figured it out? What do you mean? Nothing much. They didn't say anything crazy. And then 2 weeks later, it just comes out of your brain. Jessica, you gotta stop. You gotta stop and tell me what happened.
Okay, I'll stop next
thank
time.
you. Thank you so much. So Jessica keeps telling her, please go find your husband. Don't come to me about
I'm sorry.
this.
You know, like every time, like on the highway,
Yeah.
if there's like a car on the side of the road,
No, you don't
all
have
the guys are like, "Let me see what happened there." Do you know what I'm talking about?
That
Every
is such
every dad is like, "Huh, I wonder what's going on with that car, with that truck."
No, every dad on the highway, they're always doing construction here. And then they're like checking out the soundness of the construction on the highways.
That's like Andrew.
Yes.
Like last time we went to a mall, like in the parking lot, he saw a car with the bumper fell down, and he like literally did a loop around. He's like, "Damn, what happened?" He's like checking it out.
You guys are investigating all the wrong things. And then you go into the mall, like this is happening, and you walk right past it. You go, where did they say Suit Supply was? Where's Uniqlo? Okay. So Jessica's like, we're not even in touch anymore. Please don't come to me about this. Go to your husband. Wendy's not calming down. She starts screaming, you are so shameless, so shameless. I just want you to say that you are sorry.
他很硬气，他特别硬气，我就要听到他一句他错了，对不起。
我没有说吗？一开始啊，
对不起，
我没有说吗？一开始啊，
为什么要这样？他讲了，他特别硬气，我觉得
我一开始没有说吗？你说不好使。
Jessica is practically begging and screaming at her. Didn't I say that already? You wrecked someone's entire family and you think just a casual sorry is enough? Wendy goes on to state that Jessica would even tell her husband, and she says, so you just go around telling everybody when your period is over? Oh, I gasped.
你还跟人家讲你大姨妈结没结束，怎么了？
他问我的。
问你就说呀，你好贱呐！
It came out of nowhere. She wasn't even amping it up. She was like, all you can say is sorry? By the way, why do you tell everyone about your menstrual cycle? Okay, that's crazy. And Jessica's response is, he was the one who asked me. And you just tell him? You are so cheap. And you call him daddy? Are you short of a father figure? He's literally eating pop chips right now listening to this.
好贱呐！你还管人家叫爸爸？为什么你缺爸爸吗？
我不缺，我不缺。
And she's like, no, I'm not. You can say whatever you want, but I have your chat history. I have a full copy. She tells everybody walking by, again, I will email a copy to anybody that needs one.
我有聊天记录，一会儿我把打一份给一份聊天记录都发给你们。这个女的你知道吗？勾引我老公，管我老公渣男，我是会处理，你知道吗？
I'm so sorry, honey. This
crazy.
is when you give them my email address, okay? You give them my full email.
You're saying if I'm in the mall,
Yeah.
she screams that.
Yeah.
I walk up, be like, okay, so
Yes.
okay, got it.
This is the one time I think it is appropriate that you give a random woman your phone number.
Does this happen in America a lot? Like these cheating, like caught on camera type of like videos? On
It's
TikTok?
never this bad. The worst one that I've seen so far, which, okay, Couch Guy wasn't even that bad compared to this. Because I've seen the ones in China where they do a sting operation.
Oh, those are so common.
They bust into the hotel rooms
Oh, that's the only way to catch cheating couples now.
while the couple,
Yes.
the husband and the mistress, are butt naked.
Yes.
And I will say physical violence does ensue.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
viral on TikTok. It's like a whole.
I thought you were going to say it's violence. And then you said it's viral. But yes, it's
Yeah.
viral violence.
Yeah, violence viral. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. They're butt naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like ongoing. It's like the moment they're caught, boom, instantly on the wing, it goes viral. Like everything's happening in real time. There's updates. Oh, it's crazy.
And there was one that I saw where she finds the hotel that her husband and his mistress are going to. She brings all of her guy friends. She called up every single one of her guy friends, okay? They show up. She's knocking on the door. Her husband opens the door, realizes it's his wife, and tries to close the door again. Tries to close. Are you kidding? What are you doing?
It's just like busted out.
You're delaying the inevitable. They push through the door, and I saw some fists swinging. Just kidding? No, I didn't. I witnessed no such crime. But no, it was crazy. So I don't really see that in America. I've only seen the Ring camera one. Have you seen the Ring camera one?
I think you showed me some, like the sneaking in one. Is that
Where
the one?
where the guy made the girl crawl on all fours to not get caught on the Ring camera, but she got caught on the Ring camera. But also, that's like when you know that girl is not a girl's girl, because you can't even try to tell me that she didn't know that you have a partner. It's one thing if you're like,
How was she caught if she was crawling again?
Oh, she was crawling really tall.
Oh, so it still was in frame.
Yes, it was in frame the whole time. He's a bozo. On top of that, she was able to rewind like a day or two, and I think he was practicing crawling. So he practiced it first.
I mean, I feel like with all the technology, it's like,
How
do you cheat? It's impossible.
Impossible.
There's like a location. There's like cameras everywhere. There's how do you do that?
And then there's gonna be the hey girl DM, hey guy DM. Like you're not gonna get away with cheating. Okay, so please just end it and then go find happiness if you're not happy. But she tells everyone that she's gonna send them a copy of their chat logs if they want it. She'll email it. I'm telling you, I will be patiently waiting, refreshing my email, requesting access to that document. And she's screaming, did you know this woman seduced my husband and called him daddy? Don't worry, guys. She's telling them all people. Don't worry, guys. I'm handling my husband. I'm getting a divorce with that scumbag. But this mistress isn't going to get off easy either. Wendy tells Jessica, look, we're getting divorced tomorrow and you can come along. I'll bring you along and you guys can have each other afterwards because you really are a freaking slut.
但是因为确实没有什么。
什么东西你知道吗？你以后都不要我了吗？他要你，明天我们俩去领证，就是我把你带着。
I just told you, if it bothers you, then we'll stop talking. Now, a little more context, okay? Wendy later goes on to do another live stream where she explains how all of this happened, why she ends up rolling up to the Louis Vuitton store, which, side note, people are putting two and two together. This woman, the sales associate, met this man at the Louis Vuitton store. Wendy is carrying a Louis Vuitton bag. So
He was buying a bag for the wife.
So he probably bought a bag for the wife, earning Jessica commission. And to thank him for the commission, she boinked him, I guess. Yeah. So Wendy says, you know, her husband came home super drunk one day, could barely get out of the taxi car. He's laying around just moaning about, and his phone is just going off, buzz, 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 being, okay? And she opens it up. She doesn't normally do it because she's like, I trust my husband, but she opens it up because who could possibly be needing his attention at 3 a.m. so desperately that they're nonstop texting, just serial texting him? And it is Jessica from the Louis Vuitton store. So she goes through all their messages, copies it, downloads it, and now she's got it printed out PDF style, bitch. And she's asking Jessica what her husband was doing at her house. What did he go to your house for? What? To do what at your house? What do you want me to do about it? Be with him tomorrow when we get a divorce. No, I don't want to be with him. Why not? You already asked him to be responsible for you later. Oh yeah, apparently in the text messages, she was like, you got to take care of me. You're responsible for me now. She starts reading off the messages that Jessica, the Louis Vuitton sales associate, sent the husband. I thought you didn't want me anymore, or you have other little girls. The husband responds, Daddy only has you now. What about in the future? How am I going to get married? I'm going to die alone. I won't be able to get married again. Then what are you to me? He says, I am your daddy. Jessica responds, then hello, daddy.
That's crazy.
I like to hug you, daddy.
因为你不想要我了，或者有其他的小妹妹你不得手，爸爸现在只有你，那以后呢？我上哪儿结婚呀？我孤独终老了，我不会再结婚了。那你是我的什么？他讲的我是啊，他讲我是你爸爸，你说爸爸好，我想抱抱你。
是跟他聊骚是我的不对，他也没有跟我说过跟他的感情说我怎么样的，我以为他因为之间就是没有任何情况在，知道吗？
Jessica, when she's faced with the text messages, she says, sure, yeah, okay, seducing him is my fault, but he didn't tell me about anything about your relationship either. I thought there was nothing going on between the two of you, you know, like no emotions. So you thought that there were no emotions between me and my husband? Oh, you are such a good liar. You said to him, she's reading off the PDF. Did you do something wrong and now you can't go out again? The husband responds, I've been going out drinking every day. And then you said, did she find out about us? He said no, and you said, that's good. And you're telling me that you didn't know that he had a wife? Yes, I did know he had a wife, but he said he was gonna divorce you.
他会一直要跟你
要离婚了是吧？好，
我不知道，我确实不知道。
So then what does Wendy do in this moment? She whips out her cellular device. She whips it out and she calls her husband.
Damn.
And she's like, did you tell her that we're getting a divorce? And he said no.
我就问你，你是跟他讲我们已经离婚了，还是要离婚了？这样子，没有是吗？他撒谎对吗？
He says no. I don't know who to believe. I don't believe either of them, okay? He said no, I don't believe it. I think it's a lie. But Jessica grabs the phone from her, and this is what she said that had Chinese netizens freaking the fork out.
With Jessica?
Yeah, the sales associate
Grabs
grabs
the
Wendy's
wife's
phone
phone?
to talk to the husband.
What?
Okay, now how do you know if somebody is cheating? Like, how do you know when two people have a connection that is intimate? Like, what do you think Jessica says to the husband? If it's not that serious, it is exactly as Jessica says, it was not that serious, what would she say to the husband?
Stop lying.
You would say, stop lying, or you would say like, blah, 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 your wife is here, she's causing a bit of a commotion, could you please come down? You know, it's like, we just started talking, this is not what I signed up for, I didn't even know that this was happening, like, please, what's going on? But instead, she said, hey, fucking roll over here right now and deal with your problem.
是不是？这是你自己说的，是不是？他讲了你勾引他是吗？
贾嘉伟，你要过来你就过来，你不要来搞我，好吧？
Chinese netizens are commenting, that already tells me that something is going on between the two of them that is a lot deeper than she claims. Because you don't talk like that to somebody that you've maybe seen a few times.
Oh, like she's really
Yeah.
like aggressive about it.
Oh, yeah. Now, normally, I mean, you just wouldn't expect that, right? Which, side note, later there will be text messages that circulate that are allegedly between Jessica and the husband, where Jessica says things like, I miss you, daddy. And he starts calling her little girl. And Jessica says, daddy misses little girl? We can see each other in the afternoon. And then she says, then what do you want to eat? I'll cook for you. And later she gets so upset that he's not responding and accuses him of spending time with his wife. She texts him, you don't need to call anymore. And when you're busy, there's no need to reply to my messages either. It's fine. Just keep spoiling her. If you're capable, can't you just not go home and just video call her? Lately, you've been making her happy, haven't you? Whenever you give your family attention, I'm left with cold water from the tap. That's the craziest thing to say. You know what that reminds me of? There was a TikTok. I don't know what compelled this woman to think that people were going to sympathize with her. And she said, the holidays as an affair partner are extra tough because...
Oh, that is wild.
Yes, because she said she's trying to be festive, but you know he's with his family, enjoying family time. All the
This
comments.
is not satire? This is not fake?
No, she's so for real. And she was like, he promised he would leave them before the holidays, but it's another year where he doesn't keep his promises. And you know he's going to be spending time with his family.
Oh my God, what's the comment?
Everyone is like, girl, what? Do you need like an MRI? Do you need like a CT scan? Something is not working up there. The folds of your brain are smooth. Yeah, people were upset. But interestingly enough, a lot of wives on Chinese internet forums have been coming forward to say that this happens all the time. All the time.
What do you mean? The sales lady with their husband?
Yes. Okay, so a lot of women started coming forward to discuss this. There are, I guess, a few handful of sales associates, and I used to be a sales associate, so I'm not even dogging on retail, okay? They will go after married men. It's so strange. I don't know. Okay, anyway, one guy was sharing his chat history with a car sales associate. I guess he had bought a BMW or something, and he had dropped off food for the sales team. I don't know why.
Wait, hold on. This is a different story.
Yeah, these are like people sharing their stories because of this Louis Vuitton video.
Oh.
So people are like, oh, let me fucking tell you, okay? And he says to the sales associate, to the female car dealer, oh, this was made by my girlfriend. Thank you. The sales associate sends him like a pouty meme. pouting.
Wait. A person who sells cars, right?
Yeah, so she sold him a car.
Oh.
He brings food to the sales team as like a thank you. And then she's like thanking him for the food. And he's like, oh yeah, my girlfriend made it. And then he's like, no, thank you guys. And she sends a pouty meme, a little cat pouting. Okay.
Uh-huh. To the husband's phone.
Yeah. And the husband texts back, what? And she says she doesn't know how to cook. I think cooking is an art form. I love to cook. Ha 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 ha. I was born to be busy. Brother, do you have time tomorrow night? I'll cook a few dishes and then you can come over and taste them. Braised pork
Wait, I'm
is
so sorry. I thought he dropped off food that's cooked by the wife.
Yeah, but I guess now she's saying it's not good cooking.
Oh.
So she's like, oh, poor brother. Does she not know how to cook? I think cooking is an art form. I love to cook.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I need to know what kind of cars she's selling.
Yeah, like I don't think it was that expensive to be breaking homes, okay?
That's crazy.
She says, I was born to be busy. Ha ha ha. Brother, do you have time tomorrow night? I'll cook a few dishes and you can come over and taste them. Braised pork is my specialty. I promise it will be delicious. Listen, here's the thing, okay? This is just like a girly tip. Never try to get with a man based off your cooking. Because now you just sold him on this thing and he's going to expect cooking. Here's what you do. You say, I fucking hate to cook. I'm so bad at cooking. I think cooking is the bane of my existence. And then once in a while you whip out a dish and he thinks you're a goddess. Okay, but if you're like, I belong in the kitchen, you're not gonna have a good time. Okay, that's so weird. Another girl shared, whenever a sales associate asks my husband for contact information, he always gives them my WeChat instead of his. One time, an SA sales associate texted me asking me to come in for like car maintenance, thinking I was my husband. And her words were full of concern and warmth. And I ended up saying, didn't your big brother tell you that this is his wife's WeChat?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so apparently it kind of happens. And a lot of wives were saying that they were trying to play the Hermes game and they got gamed.
What?
Yeah, some netizens were saying they went in there to play the Hermes game, to play the game of retail, and then their SA slept with their husband.
What the fuck?
Because a lot of these wives were saying you would think that going shopping is a safe place. It's not even to the bar. Your husband's not going to the bar. Your husband is with you sitting on the fucking boyfriend couch, and then bada bing, bada boom. And now you got 25 designer bags and a divorce attorney.
Do you remember the story I told you about? Like, I have a friend who used to work at Tom Ford.
Oh, wait, what happened?
Oh, it's just same thing, like just crazy cheating stories. It wasn't like with the salesperson, but Tom Ford is just ridiculous price. Like everything is like I don't know. You buy a shirt, it's like $10,000. You buy a pants, it's like $8,000. It doesn't even make sense. So there's this guy who's like very, very wealthy, probably a public figure, like a celebrity or something, like very famous person. Like he will come in here, he will buy everything in like pairs and multiple, the same, like one for the wife, one for the mistress. And then I think there's one time that he came in with the mistress, and then the salespeople don't say anything, right? They don't say anything to the wife. And then apparently the wife is walking in as well. So they let the guy and the mistress to hide in the back room. They were like coming. Oh, he's like, can I? Because he's a VIP there. So he's like, can I just please?
Oh my God.
They just let him hit in the back, and they kind of.
They let him hit it in the back. Yeah.
No, I think they sneaked out from the back or something. It's crazy. Just these like cheating stories from these retail stores.
Yeah, I used to briefly work at a very famous jewelry brand, and one of the first things that I was taught that made me lose hope in love and humanity was if someone's wife ever comes in asking to see the husband's transaction history, you have to say they need to be here with the ID, okay? That person needs to be here, present their ID to get the transaction history, which then caused more issues because then the wives would drag their husband's red face, stress the fuck out, and then suddenly, magically, all of our computer systems are down.
Oh no.
Yeah, that would be a thing. And then I would always question, and this is when I was young, okay, and I really needed to make rent, okay, and I would just question, What is the morality in these situations? This is like the trolley question. This is a trolley question. But then also, if the wife is already bringing in the husband, girly pup, you should already leave him. Because if you have to do that, if you question it that much, the relationship is already over. But in the end, Jessica, the Louis Vuitton sales associate, is fired from her position. However, Chinese netizens do not let things go easily. They dig up Jessica's past WeChat history and discovered that back in 2017, Jessica was ranting about mistresses online. Yeah. She wrote, some people, I'm not going to name names, should really learn to have some self-respect, especially as a person and as a woman. Acting like this, and if I were a man, I think that you're just throwing yourself at people, regardless of relationship. If your mom knew how you behaved, she'd probably be too ashamed to show her face. Another one reads, do you know what it means to be so desperate that you even throw yourself at someone they still wouldn't want you? That's exactly what you are, a shameless, lonely troublemaker pulling these stunts day after day, acting all innocent and pitiful. Why don't you go win an Oscar for Best Actress instead? You seriously disgust me. Oh yeah, the online discourse only gets worse because they were able to hunt down the husband's identity and it is revealed and everyone is wondering, what the for this?
What?
Yeah, okay, so he's not attractive. Conventionally, you know what? No, I can say he's not attractive because he's a cheater. He's not attractive. Point blank, period, okay? But apparently, what's worse than that is I think netizens thought Jessica thought she was bagging a Richie. Mr. Rich, Mr. Market Man, okay? He's coming in, he's buying Louis Vuitton nonstop. She's like, ooh, instead of working Louis Vuitton, I want to be bought Louis Vuitton, okay? Turns out that he works at like a hostess club and he's his boss's errand boy. So he's the hostess club owner's errand boy and the hostess club owner likes Louis Vuitton. So he would always send him to go purchase Louis Vuitton for him, but it's not his money and it's not his Louis Vuitton. So he's not even wealthy.
Then the salesperson thought he was wealthy.
Yeah, because he would walk in there acting like, yeah, give me that champagne. You got sparkling water? Give me one too.
Dang.
Some netizens were angry at the wife, Wendy, too, saying, if you have what it takes, you know, keep your own man in check. Why make things difficult for a saleswoman? Why go after her instead of confronting your husband? If you're already getting a divorce, why cause a scene? They also don't like that Wendy was calling her a slut. But others think that maybe Wendy's reaction was a little emotional. But okay, I think the one part that rubbed a lot of netizens wrong is when she calls her husband. So I think her netizen saving grace, not that she needs to explain herself to anybody, I guess, right? But is the fact that she does divorce her husband. And she's like, no, I'm going to divorce him too, but I'm confronting you because you knew that he was married. So you deserve to be punished, right? But I think the problem was when she calls her husband, her tone of voice is softer to her husband than it is to Jessica. And that's crazy. Yeah, I also think like these types of confrontations don't work with people like Jessica. If Jessica did everything that she's accused of doing.
What do you mean?
I think it would have been better if she just went in there and was like, hey, this is what you did. You're kind of gross. And then get out of there. But it was a lot of neck gripping. Some people, some netizens really hate the way that Jessica is apologizing though. Because the way she does apologize, I will say, is kind of crazy. I'm going to say it is crazy. Because I don't know if maybe I'm just a super apologetic person. But when I'm apologizing, I'm going to at least hit you with like 99 like, I'm sorry. Are you mad at me? No, I'm really sorry. No, please forgive me. I'm sorry, right? But Jessica's whole approach was, I said that I was sorry. I said I was sorry. What more do you want? Yeah, but overall, everyone just thinks that this situation is absolutely redonkulous. So I went onto Reddit and I was trying to see if the same thing happens in America because I don't recall. I mean, I guess I recall with older couples like I said, with the wives coming in asking to see their husband's purchase history. But I didn't hear too many stories. I feel like they would have been all over TikTok. And all the Reddits are like, hey, even working as like a waitress, I'm always nicer to the wives. I always talk to the wives. I always address the wives first just because like you don't want any situation. Yeah, which I thought was interesting. So I'm like, oh. Or maybe it's because I'm hilarious. No, just kidding. What are your thoughts? Have you ever had a situation like this? I mean, this is crazy. Also, it just, Louis Vuitton, nothing happened to Louis Vuitton? Like, I mean, I feel like if that happened at Louis Vuitton in South Coast Plaza, I don't know, you don't think Louis Vuitton would make a statement? That's kind of crazy. It's a very fascinating thing.
How was the coworkers reacting?
They were all just like, we still have customers. And then eventually they were like, can we just go inside and do this? So I think they were trying to take her inside and lock up the store so that the general public, but they were they were cordial. And then one of them was like, hey, you can't record. You're violating my portrait rights. And then Wendy's friend was like, fucking call the cops then, bitch.
我觉得我知道你的心情，你要录像，但是你不能侵犯肖像权，因为我没关系，我会没关系。如果说你们觉得侵犯肖像权了，你可以报警。我们现在
I was like, oh my goodness, yeah. But let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.